The Traralgon Bowls Club. Amazing food for you and your family. Function rooms for celebrating with your friends. Corporate spaces for meetings and conferences. With special benefits for members, visit us today at the Traralgon Bowls Club. More than just a bowls club.
Hello and welcome to the Traralgon Bowls Club. This is it. We are here after 4 weekends of various sectional play and a semi-final of this VBL five-a-side format. We're here in the grand final. I have an absolute cracker in store for you. The YARRAVILLE Footscray Dogs, semi-finalists in VBL1 against the home team, the Traralgon Lyrebirds. Should be an absolute corker. We're in for the triples rink here. See Nathan Murray, the second for Traralgon, just putting the ball down there. Brendan Numbers on the mat, second for YARRAVILLE Footscray. The leads are Vinnie McElwain for the Traralgon Lyrebirds and B. Anderson for YARRAVILLE Footscray Dogs. And the two skips you can just see on screen there, Todd Trewarn for the Lyrebirds and Brett Marnie for the Dogs. Should be a ripper, Sam. How are you feeling about this one, mate?
I'm feeling pumped, Jimmy, and I don't really know who's going to win. Couldn't tip your winner. All 10 players in form to get this far. We'll have to play pretty well for the last couple of weekends, so can't pick it, mate.
It's been a long journey.
Forward to it. Yep.
Been a long journey for these franchises. Both of them started 2 weeks ago at Dandenong Club. Got through their section there. Got through a section the last 2 days here, and both got through a semi-final this morning. So they've played a heap of bowls to get here. Both pretty settled lineups. They do have Troy Crean on the bench to the Dogs. Haven't chose to use him yet today. The 5 that are playing are going pretty good. So moved in the middle of the green here, ranks 4 and 5, the indoor at Traralgon. Vinnie McElwain is then purple and white sort of striped bowls. He's holding a couple early here. Local hometown favourite. Just add a bit of spice into this one.
Yep.
Sammy, he's making the move to YARRAVILLE Footscray for next season. So the Traralgon local against his new prospective team. He'll be looking to put on a good show. Of course, we are playing for a $30,000 check here, so the winner receives $30,000. The runner-up $15,000. So it's a $15,000 game of bowls. It's Craig Mills next door in the pairs.
Nice it is, and rips a couple out. Still down, I think.
Good afternoon, Nelson and Robert. 2 supporters for the Dogs. We've definitely got more Traralgon supporters, as you would expect, in the house. I'm sure we'll get plenty of Doggies fans on the comments. It's Todd Trewarn. He just wants to nail this. He's going to be short, but he's going to leave room. And Brett Marnie, current state player, national title holder in the triples format, so he'll be pretty good in this. And
in some good form, mind you, coming off a big singles win in his last game against Brendan Code, 21-10.
Great win against Current.
Yeah, we've seen the form Brendan's been in, so...
Good afternoon, Andy. Yeah, he certainly can't do much more than he's doing at the moment. Old Todd, we do. We've had selectors here all weekend. We've got the chairman of selectors, Gary Ball, here today, so there's no better stage to impress on than this in Victoria. Todd Trewarn certainly doing that. But he's got his hands full against Brett Marnie. He's a sensational player. Now he's got to find a way through and hang around. He's going to run into that last one of Todd's. So it'll be a couple to the Lyrebirds still. Nathan Murray saying it. Todd, just 4 feet on your last. Just try and find a gap on the way in. It's Luke Hoskin. Draw shot next door in the pairs. We've got a marker on each rink, so we'll be able to tell you exactly who's holding at what time. Sensational volunteering. The guys at the Traralgon Bowls Club. He doesn't pick the gap, Sam, so Still holding a couple, the Lyrebirds. But Pidge, you imagine, is going to be drawn to where Brendan Numbers' his foot is on the side there. Just float it wide, try and get it to come back. Good weight, we'll get him shot here.
Sort of looks easy, but from the mat, there's a lot in his eye, so see how he goes. All we do know is he's going to get after it no matter what.
He loves a little trot down the green, does Pidge.
Asking for it to root back.
Not going to from there, I don't think. Couple of the Lyrebirds to kick us off. It's a good start for the home side in this triples rink. And they are measuring next door for a second or so for the Lyrebirds in the pair. So I've taken both the opening ends out across the two formats. If you are new to VBL, this is a five-a-side format. It's just a one for the Lyrebirds. So we're currently in the first set of legs, which is the triples and pairs, and we'll follow it up with a singles and fours game. So plenty of bowls to come. 15 ends in these two formats and 21 up in the singles, 12 ends in the fours as Vinnie McElwain leads off real well. Brad Marder just getting stuck into his burger. I might have just missed that one. He's been pretty hot all weekend as Vinnie McElwain. Obviously knows his script extremely well.
Saw the Dogs triples combination earlier, Jimmy. They're in some good touch.
That was a great game.
Front there, the boys up front really set the head up well for Pidge, able to play some conversions.
Yeah, good double up from Vinny. Yeah, goes to a very good home. The old adage, you're one-on-one behind from your lead. Set you up well. I don't think he's got the full journey on this beach, has he? Yes, he does. What a sensational bowl. Cracking bowl. I'm not sure, Lynn. Audio seems fine our end. I don't know if there's anyone else struggling with audio there end. Let us know in the comments and we can look into it. Some would argue it's probably best not to hear everything I say, Lynn. So. Oh, Nathan Murray sits through Vinnie's and gets to that shot bowl of Beej Anderson's, holds the one.
Yeah,
holds
well
two for Lyrebirds. Brendan Numbers.
Just needs to hurry to Phelps' last bowl. Turns at one, probably enough for second shot. Still a chance again for Phelps to trail the jack again down the line for a few.
Yeah, he can get it back for four if he gets it perfect, mate.
Not too far away either.
He's close here. Just got to hold his head a little bit.
Jack.
Oh,
What a
Nathan
shot,
Murray.
Nathan Murray.
What a sensational bowl. Makes three. Probably got it slightly more across than he would have ideally wanted. But look, he played an absolute bomb. So holding a good three now, the Lyrebirds.
Yeah, chances still for Brendan Numbers. Beej's one out to the right. He's a toucher on the way in. I think he's pretty close here. This is Beej's toucher on the way in. He can middle it.
Wow,
And
that
one
is a very, very good second shot
It's
now.
made the head a lot better. Gives him second and probably fourth as well. So it's done well.
Look, he got maximum result, but he was in the area and playing for something like that. So he deserved the result he got.
The Lyrebirds will pack themselves in if this one goes down to the wire overall. Jimmy, they've come through a couple real tight ones already, including the semi-final just before.
It's a good shout, that, mate. They took it out with the last bowl of the game in the sectional range to get over the Bendigo East Magpies. And then, as we saw, what, about an hour ago, they got over the Brighton Blue Devils in similar fashion, but were holding, rather than trying to get in front, they were holding on this time. That's a doggies bowl that Todring brings forward, but they're still holding one.
Yeah, big chances for pitch to search up through Brendan's bowls and move in his out or get onto the jack ideally. See what he can come up with, searching up on the backhand. Playing relatively solid at this.
He loves these sort
This
of
is
bowls,
right in the
does
area.
Pidge.
Bowl through bowl.
Gets it.
Oh, it's cleared them right out, and Brendan Numbers is holding one for
Bowls
the
gone
dogs.
everywhere.
There's a fair bit going on.
One of the doggies.
Just about cleared them all out. Phelps going to have a look at this. I think Brendan Numbers indicated that his yellow bowl is the shot.
No time limit on these in this final, so players will not be. Not that we got real close to the 2 hours in the pairs or the triples, but they don't have that hanging over their head as such. We got a little vote going here. Who do you think's gonna take this one out? The doggies or the lyrebirds? Who's your tip, Sam?
I'm going to go doggies.
All right, I'll go the lyrebirds.
Okay.
I'll ride the lyrebirds.
All right.
I'll jump on the back of that feisty lyrebird and ride it all the way home, mate, for a finals win.
Going from Harley Tame to feisty. Oh, this is not there, I don't think.
Nathan Murray reckons they hold.
Okay, see if I think Brandon Anderson has a. Does he have a toucher in the ditch still? Must be somewhere. It's not on the green and it's not on the bank, so missed where that's gone. Pidge, I think, just looking to draw this one off.
Oh, 50-50 in the voting. Might only be one vote each, but stick your votes in. Let's see what everyone thinks is going to win this one. If you're on Facebook, and he's going to make no mistake here, I think. Brett Marnie, just under the jack. I'll probably measure for second shot, but it's a definite one of the doggies on this, so they'll open their account in the second end. Apparently I'm too excited. I'm talking too loud. Someone just
Mel, it's the final of the VBL. Come on.
He's a couple.
Two shots.
I actually never thought I was a loud person until I got accused of it the other week, and then I've since found out I am pretty loud.
I think it's okay.
Alright, poll's closing now. So
Closed at what? Because dogs picked up two.
two apiece after two ends. And coming down with Craig Mills' last bowl in the pairs next door. Reminder, $30,000 on offer for the winner. 15,000 and the runners up. Got to be close to the richest game with bowls, isn't it?
Craig Mills, big speed.
Bowls go flying next door.
Yeah, there's only made contact with the front one and nothing else really moved around the jack. And
Single to the lyrebirds in the pairs next door, so 2-zip after 2 there. There's Beach Anderson. We saw him earlier on this morning in the triples game. He's a very consistent lead bowler. And he's should have an amazing tussle with Vinny McElwain, who pretty much matches him out there.
plenty of support behind the rink as well, Jimmy, for the local side. Few people coming over from, I think there was a local tournament over this weekend down at Morwell. They've made their way up to have a look.
Bowl. It's a sensational bowl. Had the applause go around for him there. Brendan Umbers has his skip interested here, Sam. Good
sail pass, but yep. Alrighty, Nate, just looking to set this back on a beaches enough to count. I think he's
just a bit quick.
Yeah, going right through.
Play similar weight by the signs of it, Brendan Umbers.
Pete's saying that one went early. Similar line, just fairly different in speed. Obviously going to jump over to the back end with that now. Trying to draw a second shot. It's definitely corrected his pace. Was just drifting under though.
Needs the miss. He didn't want to open that up.
All the way through.
You can see he's got his arms folded in the middle of the shot there. He's a bit miffed at, just like that lyrebird on the back of his shirt. What happened there? Yeah, it was actually a good miss in the end, because if you pop that and just give Pidge even
the jack up, yeah.
Smallest of sniffs, you know he's going to go pretty close.
Pidgey having a good look to see how many down they are. Just see if it's worth, if they've got a second to clip the bowl out or not. That's what he's lining up for here, Jimmy. He's going to try and rip this bowl out, clean out the head. Just going to miss. Not far away. Bit of aggression early.
He likes to do that. Bitch. These two played each other in the sectional, mate. With
they've come all the way through.
No, the sectional in the finals.
Oh, yep.
Played each other Friday night.
Yeah, right, different section of the Denny.
Yeah, played each other Friday night. Doggy's taking it 19-3. He took down the pairs, fours and the singles.
Same lineups?
Same lineup in the triples rink, which was 17-13 the way of the Lyrebirds. They finished with the wettest sail you've ever seen. They were 13-6 down after 10 and went 2-5, 1-1-2 to win 17-13.
Okay, strap in for the season. Unlikely we'll see something similar, I would have thought. So, Pidgey back to the draw here and going to crash into the front. Looking for just a foot or two on his last account. Might have just overcorrected here and he's going to sail on by. So another two. This time back the way of the TRARALGON Lyrebirds. And on the rink next door, Craig Mills has the last bowl.
And one on the
holding at least a couple.
A good start from Vinnie McElwain.
The dogs are on the board next door as well.
Couple to them in the pair, so 2 apiece over there.
Page just sailing through his first. Vinny's pretty good again here. He's been playing well this weekend. Leading up in the triples and the fours.
Okay. I like this call from Pitch. He said sort of reach up, be through, take your time.
Big chance to search right up. His backhand pretty solid weight.
Close.
Just clipped his own out.
Oh, couldn't have got a worse result, really, could he?
See if Phelpsy can clean this one up. Try and trail a jack around the corner, asking for it to hold. He's doing a pretty good job of holding. Can he flop something back down to the line? Oh, a little bit stiff.
They just need a close one now.
Yeah.
Need to start building ahead. Local hero, Matty Ferrari.
I was about to say that. He's their man. They love him down here. Brendan Numbers is going to sail on past. All of a sudden it's becoming, so still 3 bowls left for the Dogs, but becoming a little bit dangerous. Phelpsy looking to tuck this jack around the corner again, ideally, or get up to Vinny and flop back to the line.
It's too narrow to tuck any jack. It's another one in the pack, though.
It's going to fill a hole. Okay, so...
They need a bowl from Brandon Numbers here, otherwise it is...
it's not a draw, it's a searching up on the forehand, trying to land some bowls and move the jack. Okay, more than less.
He's going to hit Summit. He's going to hit Summit.
Needs to get down and across.
Great result. That's a
good result. He's able to get 3
fabulous
out the
result.
head then.
He got the 3 out the head, but not only out the head, he got them off the green. He put 2 in the pit, both the oranges. Put the other one of Vinny's out of bounds, so that's about as good of a hit as he could have got than Brendan Numbers.
And we're left with 3 bowls on the green after all that. Yeah,
ridiculous stuff. Both oranges went off. You can see that one cartwheeling to the left of the screen of Vinny McElwain's. He couldn't have envisaged that going any better, really. This looks good.
Boys asking if to
I want it behind.
Here.
Great stuff from Todd Rawn.
Falls down as well. Even better. Pidgey going to line up here. Try and rip both bowls out or get the kill.
He bounced that incredibly.
He's got the jack though, doesn't he? Oh no, he's just missed and the back one out. Yeah, it had a bit of air time, didn't it?
And bouncing it. Todd just got to replicate what he did before.
Boys asking this one to hurry up here. Don't think it's enough, is it? Gets him maybe 3rd, that's it. Yep, only 1 down, so...
Pitch will go again.
Pitch is going to try and get this bowl out of here.
Oh, no, it's gone less
More
so.
controlled here. Needs to get down. Not going to, so... Fair bit happening in that full end.
Ends up being 1 to Traralgon. In the triples, 5-2 into the 5th. The doggies are holding 1, 2 now next door. 1 bowl to come from Luke Hoskin, the Lyrebirds skip. So I'll try and keep you updated with how these bowl goes. He's just let it go. He's in the vicinity by the body reaction. Oh, he plays an absolute bomb. Managed to knock a bowl and grab the shot for the Lyrebirds, so they'll jump back in front, 3-2.
Yeah, big conversion, couple down there.
Probably Vinny's loosest bowl thus far.
Yeah, out the hand, I think it was no. He was wide.
Yeah, back him to correct. Page gets very thankful for the opportunity of having a clear draw in. It's a pretty good one. Said, "Oh no," again, Vinny.
That's twice.
Thinks he's quick. Ooh.
Nearly quick enough to land the bowl. So see if Page can jump in. Definitely not only Vinny's loosest end of started this game, but probably the previous round as well. He's on fire. Page does well for now, holding a couple. Murray in the area here is just going to drift underneath the head. See how Pidge, plenty of options for Brendan Numbers up on his back end to work off Pages and get back down to the jack. I think he's too far away. Drifts inside. Gets it. Something else to sit on now. Similar bowl from Phelps. He sits that last one and he ends up with shot.
He's played a lot of bowls this weekend, Phelps. He playing in his triples and played the singles leg for Traralgon, so we back him to be able to replicate his muscle memory from his first.
This is an absolute ripper.
Right bowl from Nathan Murray.
Makes it pretty tricky now with Vinny's back one there down the line. Still reckon even with contact there has to be some sort of jack movement here, so we'll see what happens. I think he's too far away from making some sort of contact. The jack's surely going straight back. And
oh, what a bowl from Brendan Numbers.
Follows on.
That he's played that. The weight on that is perfect for that shot because he hasn't knocked the jack too far back. He stayed with it. Hats off to Brendan Numbers.
It's touched the jack on the way through, so it is a toucher. Boys still have a few seconds. So Toddy looking to get this bowl out of the head. This is a pretty firm swinging weight here to try and get this bowl out of Brendan Numbers. This is a toucher, so see what happens. Don't think he's miles away here.
Oh. Jack. Oh, gets an edge of it.
It stayed in. He's nearly killed it.
Yeah, I think that's gone out.
Managed to slice the jack all the way out of bounds. Unbelievable. Alrighty, so we'll go again. Reed next door. Really, Hoskin played some big bowls early in the pairs. Turns Matty Ferrari in for one. Still a few bowls left in that end. That was a good effort where that jack was there to slice it all the way. It was still on the green as well. Just feathered it.
Yeah, he got the featherest of feathers on it, didn't he? And just cut it completely square. Like a good Joe route cut shot, really. Straight to the boundary for 4. Except this time it went over the boundary and out of bounds.
Vinny with handy speed on his first beach, not too far away here. Needing to get down. This now's good. Craig Mills on the ring next door, very close to sitting out this bowl. Just missing.
One of the lyrebirds over there. A few more balls to come though in the pairs.
Yeah, just 2 each. Good areas from Vinny.
Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with his work there as a lead. Morning, Gavin. All the way from South Africa. Just not going to have the journey here, Beige. Just the one. Does cut one back though. It's just the one of the lyrebirds. We have a marker just off camera and Jacket doing a terrific job. And we've got Pat Truan doing the same for the pair, so we can tell you. You can see Pat there in the background. Tell you exactly what's going on both rinks. Still room then. Brendan Numbers has been played some massive bowls the last 2 ends. He had that cracking stun and run the one before, and the end before that managed to clear 3 bowls when 4 down off the green. So if you're
yeah, just despite them being down on the scoreboard, they've done well just to stay this close at the moment.
Well, the difference between this game so far for the Doggies Triples rink and the one this morning is the lyrebirds are forcing them every end to play a big shot, whereas where the Boroughs probably just fell down is they let him just add a few times as opposed to constantly changing the heads over. So rather than have it all their own way, Brendan Numbers and Brett Marnie, they're having to play big bowls, and look, they are at the moment, hence the score's only 5-2, but you can't do that for 15 innings in a row, I don't care who you are.
Yep. See, Phelps not too far away here.
Needs
might
to
have
jerk.
for jack contact.
Needs to stay with it, he does.
Two. Charles went for at least a couple.
Yeah, might be 3 there, I reckon it is 3.
Just like you said on cue, that shape of the head changes once again, puts the pressure back on the Dogs boys.
Just the 2, the marker says. Yeah, I honestly, that is what they're doing exceptionally well at the moment, the Lyrebirds, constantly changing heads, making things a moving target, but Brendan Numbers
constantly responded once again.
I don't think he changes anything there. Sensational effort though. Oh, maybe one down.
Okay, maybe did enough of a shot
Well,
there.
wait, from our angles,
reaction.
that does not look, but the marker does confirm. Brendan did get shot there, so again, he continues. It's 3 very effective ends in a row for him. I always enjoy watching him. I don't know if I said it on commentary earlier or said it to someone in passing. Whenever I watch Brendan play, he's always in the game. Like, always.
Yep.
He's never... I've never seen him have a bad game. Wants this to hold.
This one to hold.
You might see Brendan's down. He does.
Down and onto the jack, which makes
stiff result for Todd.
Yeah, it makes that a lot harder, especially with Traralgon Crew not really having anything past the jack. So Pete just, I don't know if he wants to free this up the way it is. It's a pretty good setup. He just wants to beat Vinny's here, ideally. Getting down to it now and fall in is enough.
You know what?
Stands up.
I'm going to say that's not an ideal shot for Pidge. I think he wanted to miss and just land behind to give himself an option of pushing the jack with his last to make a number.
Yeah.
What he's now done is give Traralgon an option because he's pushed Vinny behind the jack, that purple and white splice one of his. So now Todd actually has a shot to play when he probably was battling to find a shot before. So let's see if he can make the connection with the one that's balancing on the jack and push it back to Vinny's ball. That's not a bad cast. All on his weight now, Sam.
This is real close. This is good weight just to pop the jack.
Warren. Yeah, sensational stuff. He's played that amazingly well. Amazingly well.
Well called, Jim.
Oh, mate, I'm on heat on this this microphone. Get me on there to play one of them shots, though, and it'll be a different story. Yes, Gavin, this is the final, mate. So this is the start of the final. First two legs. It's a five-a-side format VBL, so pairs and triples. And then we'll, after this, play the singles and fours. The scoring formula is 3 points for winning a leg. As Pidge goes big at this.
Close.
Yeah, he's going to clear someone out.
The jack in the ditch.
What a shot. Gets the touch and goes in with it as well. Top bowling from both skips there.
A pigeon. It's the jack into the ditch.
It would be the single. It would be the one that touched the jack and followed in. Great stuff from Brett Marnie. Great stuff from Todd Trelawney as well. Good end of bowls.
Yeah, the head changing over just about every bowl there towards the end.
Yeah, so back to scoring. So it's 3 points for a discipline win. The team that accumulates the highest amounts of points from the disciplines is the winner. If it's a tie, we go to shots up. If that's a tie, we go to a penalty shootout, which we haven't been fortunate enough to have as yet.
I've been telling everyone it's building up for the final because we couldn't have got much closer the last couple of weekends.
We've had a couple with one or two differences, so yeah. So even, these two teams, I reckon.
There's not much in Lyrebirds. Got a slight advantage, but there's still so long to go. I mean, even the opening few ends of this game.
I'd argue that the doggies this weekend in particular have been the most consistent across all formats. They haven't lost a game this weekend.
Yeah, they've obviously moved Pidge to playing singles this weekend, haven't they? Craig Mills played singles weekend in their sectional.
So I think they've been the most consistent, whereas the Lyrebirds, and this could well play into their favour coming into a final, have won 2 or 3 close affairs and have been under the pump. They had to beat Bendigo. They effectively had to win yesterday morning after losing Friday night as well. So their last 3 games have all been must-wins and they've won them all. Obviously semi-final was a must-win and he went pretty close towards the end as well. So I think that could help the Lyrebirds. They're in touch in terms of winning them close encounters. So this is intriguing. As Vinny draws the shot off Beach. Them two will be club mates next year. Vinny going down to Yarraville Footscray, so he'll enjoy this one, I reckon. Or not enjoy it. It might be awkward for him.
I reckon he'll enjoy it. I reckon he'll enjoy it if they win 100%.
Knowing Vinny does life with a smile on his face, will be enjoying it. Afternoon, Shane and Brendan. Your Sunday afternoon's going well.
Once again on the rink next door in that pairs. Luke Yoskin holding shot. Still a few to come. Oh, that's another one. Alrighty. Badly pointed here from Brendan Ubbers.
Yeah, he's been very effective so
do
far.
Enough to trail the jack.
Can he go with it? He does. Makes a couple for the doggies. Well, maybe there's an orange at the back of Nathan Murray's. Just the one, sorry. Good shot nonetheless from Brendan. Still holding 2 next to all the Lyrebirds. 1 skips bowl to come. A piece.
Yeah, nothing much on for Craig Mills either, I don't think. It's a pretty good setup for the boys next door. Phelpsy close here. He's got to hold on and sit this bowl.
Inside edge is positive.
Crashing
for him,
into the
but
front.
didn't get an afternoon. Steve and Joe. Both boys from the west. I'm sure you'll be in support of the doggies.
I think next door, Luke Hoskin just pulling up short. Craig Mills still with 1 to come. Alright, so Brent Numbers holding 1. Toddy's just going to draw it off here on the forehand.
No, Steve. Old Knackers is just up here in his chairman of selection for stateside capacity. So obviously this is a pretty high level for some players to showcase their abilities. Still got the 1, the doggies. I sort of made this comment as well, Sam, and I'll make it again. Once we see what happens with Pidgey's bowl, and Craig Mills is lining up with a massive drive next door as he does. So he misses, hits bowls but misses the head.
Pidgey pretty good here. Cast lucky, a bit of speed.
Couple next door to the Lyrebirds. They're going very well in this pairs game. Yeah, I made this comment the other day to Tone. This Lyrebirds team, take out the local Matty Ferrari just because he's probably past the age group of it. With as much due respect as possible, because I love him and he's a great bloke. But you look at Luke Hoskin, Vinny McAway, Nathan Murray and Todd Trewarn. They are that next group from like outside the stateside. This is where the next players are coming in our stateside. So this is an opportunity for them to really showcase their talents. And if they can win an event like this, Todd's just going to probably knock a few forward there.
Stiff. Like we said, they've had to play
A couple of the doggies. But it is an opportunity for them to real stake a claim. Similar on the other side, B. Anderson's going very well. Brendan Umbers, he's been a sensational player for a while. So he could probably have his own call at being in that next group outside as well. Craig Mills is South Australian, so we won't worry about him too much, you know. Pidge is already in there, so but there's a good group of players involved in this final that would consider themselves on the edge of that stateside. So this is a huge feather in their cap if they can get the victory. I mean, Nathan Murray's been in recent stateside. I think he was in last year, so he'll be wanting to force his way back in. Now, Matty Ferrari can get in the over 60s. He's probably in his 40s. I'm only kidding. He's a good bloke. I know he goes back and watches the live stream, so he can clip me over the back of the head when he goes back and hears this one. That's the loosest first 2 bowls we've had, I reckon. Let's see if they can improve both leads. Yeah, you're right, Steve. A lot of these boys from the doggies, part of that Metro West side that won the region sides, took your Northern Gateway title from you, Sam.
Yep. Not for the first time in the first few ends. Brendan Humbers jumps on the mat and draws a shot.
Don't even need to say what people said then. I think Moama heard it.
That's the call.
The guy was playing down at Moama. I went, yep, all good pitch. One sec, son.
You need pitch and need this one to hurry in. Just unfortunately didn't have the weight he needed to trail a jack. Still plenty of room. I feel like shot hasn't quite been drawn here yet. This might be the number one from Nathan Murray. He gets all the way back down to the line late. It's a good shot. Not a lot of angles on for pitch. The boys going to have a little bit of a conference here halfway up the rink. Nothing really happening forehand. They've only got one bowl in the head, so if pitch goes searching, it doesn't find anything. It gives Todd a fair bit of room to add into the count. Still having a chat about it, looking at what's past the rink. Vinny's got the very backest out to the left that you can see there at the bottom of your screen. I think they've come to the decision he's just going to go and rip this shot bowl out. Obviously confident they've got second. Chance to get a piece of the jack as well, possibly. Forehand here. This is very big weight from Pidge. He's close to getting a piece of the bowl. Gets it over the jack. The jack has stayed in, as you can see there, marked by Phelpsy, right where Vinnie McElwain's bowl is sitting. So they go from one down to one down. Makes it pretty hard to draw a shot. Ring next door. Two 3 bowls left. The Dogs crew holding a couple with Craig Mills with his second last delivery on the way down. Finds all the gaps and drifts through. So Toddy just got to beat Beecher's bowls here. They're about 1.5 feet, 2 foot off the ditch. I think his weight was just about good enough, just on the high side. So might leave still the Dogs with maybe a couple of seconds.
Let's go, Sam.
Yeah, so the jack is currently in the ditch. Nathan Murray had drew shot. Pidgey looked to rip the bowl out and has got it over the jack, and the jack's gone straight back to where Vinnie McElwain's bowl is, and that is the shot bowl. Todd just wide of adding a second, and Pidgey's going to search up here, land the bowl through or get contact on Beecher's. Ideal result is he lands the shot bowl into the ditch, asking it to hold on. Drifts all the way under. Pretty fair attempt. Yeah, Todd just asking if his weight's enough. So could afford a foot, not even, of more speed to ensure he counts. That'll be all we wrote for this end, so...
One of the Lyrebirds.
One to the Lyrebirds.
6-5 in front now. Through 7 ends. 6-2 next door, so strong start.
Boys are just going to have a bit of a chat here. No one's really absolutely dominating. It's all a bit open at the moment. Whichever side can jump on first here in the middle stage of this game. Go on the way to securing an important 3 rink points. Wayne Roberts with the tape out on the rink next door in the pairs. It's going to be shots to the Footscray, Yarraville Footscray Dogs. Just waiting to see how many. Very, very, very close. Now, Jimmy, length change. This is what we saw. Seen this not for the first time this weekend. Eddie McElwain's got the jack all the way back, and sorry, the mat all the way back, and the jack's about 2 foot off absolute minimum 21 metres. Umpire out the rink next door to measure. There might be a couple to the Dogs. Oh, hello. Look who's jumped in the comments.
Gussie was talking about you earlier. Said you'll be gutted you're missing out on this. You know, you love your doggies and you'll be riding them home from Italy. Where'd you rather be, mate? Florence, Venice, or Traralgon?
Traralgon.
Yeah, same, I agree. I don't really like the Italian now. I'm going to start that one up.
Beach needs a bit of contact.
Just the gap.
Sails all the way past. Okay, so it was in fact a 3 on the rink next door to the Dogs, so...
Big pickup.
Big pickup. 6-5 on both rinks, the way of the Traralgon Lyrebirds. Well played by Nathan Murray. Jumps on straight away. Short length, and Brendan Numbers is going through. Value there. It's about 2.5 foot past. Pidgey more interested in this one here from Brendan Numbers. She's corrected both and trailed the jack. Has he gone with it?
Oh.
Possibly. Hard to tell though. Still an okay setup here for Toddy. He can sit that bowl through to make at least 3. Yeah, more chances there. Okay.
Gee, you've just ruined Joe's day. Maybe he had on record to watch this afternoon.
He's been waiting to watch it all morning and the result's been spoiled. Alright, Todd looking to sit this bowl out of Brendan Numbers on the forehand.
Ooh,
Ducking early.
Oh, wow.
Wow, it's wiggled all its way up. I
One down still.
don't know if it... Yeah, the only thing it changes is they got another second in there now, so... Tricky to do, but Pidge's got to do his best to get another one in the head here.
This is so evenly poised.
Isn't it? Always have Pidgey. How's he going here?
Brett Marnie, can he get up?
Past his front. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't.
Boys just having a discussion here, Jimmy, is whether he changes hands and try and turn their own through the jack. Okay, this is going to be fairly solid weight here. Any contact on the front bowls, gets jack movement, asking it to get down a bit.
Oh, he moves a few around, but that one of Brendan Numbers is still stuck to the jack.
And pitches are still in there as well.
Can he get that bowl in front of the jack
I think he's
out for 4,
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, I think he's just
it's
settled
totally
on. If he misses wide, that's okay. See how close he tries. So he's played to really turn his bowl once, but if he's missed high, he misses high. And
Who won that? Gee, I haven't been following
side.
any of the world champs today. Did Bester win?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, awesome. I'm pumped for him.
21-16, I think. I stand to be corrected. I think Tone was saying he's
Yeah, awesome.
Commonwealth Games, World Champs, he's had 4 silvers
yeah.
up until then.
Across
so.
World and Com Games.
Yeah.
And he finally gets his gold. He's an absolute cracker of a human being as well, so wrapped through him. So we're all tied up.
Yeah, we're just waiting for see if this game's going to break open, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen the way that heads are changing up. I suppose there's chances early for the Traralgon crew to skip away, but especially Brendan Numbers played a few good ones when needed to kill some ends or draw one in.
He's indeed pitched his birthday, Nino. Happy 40th to the great man.
Done him dirty there.
Yeah, he's 36, I think. But I was giving him some stick over lunch about it. It's his hair. Because, yeah, mate, because of my haircut, it makes me look older, doesn't it? I said, yeah. Your personality makes you younger, though. You're like a big kid. Oh, opportunity for Vinny to dominate here. He's holding one, but he's just a bit wayward with both of his. And judging by Vinny's reaction, where he probably said a word I can't repeat, he's not overly happy where this one's going to finish. There is a bit of a lull happened in this game. It's going at a relatively slow pace, which makes me think the pressure's just like they're starting to think of the moment, where they are, what's happening.
Yeah, the boys are sort of gone from absolute minimum length and just stretched it out to a middle, and boys just struggling to find the weight at the moment. Right next door.
Traralgon holding one.
Holding one, yep.
Luke Hoskin with the last bowl of that end to come, so they'll extend their lead, their small lead. They are getting tired, I reckon, Jeff. It's been a big weekend of bowls, to be fair. Especially these players, the players that have played singles and 3-bowl pairs, like they're playing 4 and 3 bowls. It's a big effort. But the calibre of players on show, I don't think that fatigue will really come in. Brendan just missing under.
The boys have had plenty of experience in long days of bowls.
And look, a few of them, it was their own fault they were still here at midnight last night, so there's no excuse, to be honest. It's all on them if they are tired. Good miss in the end, I think.
Yeah, acknowledged by the boys. Close to slicing the jack out, but missing. Yeah, arrow from Pidge. Good speed, falls in, gives them a pretty handy second shot.
He's one of them players, Pidge. If he misses like he's missed there, he doesn't miss by much. And that's, I think, the difference between the good players and the great players. I consider him in one of the great players in our state in particular. Is when they miss, they've always either got good weight or good line, and only just missing. So it's an easy correction with the next. Todd Trawarn probably needs to make something happen here. He needs to change it up. We spoke about it a few ends ago. It's what the Lyrebirds were doing real well. They were holding but changing it, making things more positive for them. Constantly changing the target for the doggies. How's he gone here? Can he just hold his head? That's a sensational shot from Todd Trawarn. He's done exactly what we spoke about. Change that head now. Holds a very good 2 for the Lyrebirds. A couple of balls to sit on for Brett Marnie, but I think they need to remember they're playing for $30,000, Ray, and that'll get them on the straight and narrow. That's a very rare bad bowl from Brett Marnie, so let's see.
Bit of a chance here, yep.
And add another. I keep booting this table left, right and centre.
So Todd looking at a third, just gonna eat Pidgey's jack high bowl. Oh, he's been playing it back him in to draw this. Yeah, he's all good. Well played, and 3 shots. Plenty of support from the home team behind the rink, and they skip out to a 9-6 lead.
Big pickup from the Lyrebirds there. Skipping from Todd. It's the biggest collection so far in this game. You can see the stats there. Great work from the Lyrebirds.
And the boys are going to go back and give this another crack, this mat all the way back and jack up. Now, they lost the last and they tried this coming back this way, but I reckon Brendan Humber's had about 1 in 3 or 4, so they built an okay head and good start from Vinny.
The only thing about him playing this tactic is it's a nightmare on the cameras because they quite easily get in the way of it.
Yeah, very inconsiderate. Big shot from Craig Mills next door. Puts the jack in the ditch. Lands right next to it. Beach getting some jack contact.
Yeah, better from Beige. And end off last one. So that'll settle him back in.
Alright, so right next door, Craig Mills has landed on top of the jack in the ditch, and there is a bit of room to add a second. That was done by Luke Hoskin, and Craig still has one to come, so see if he can add to the count. And probably for the first time both contests hit the front. He's just crashing, so could be 1 to the Yarra Footscray Dogs. The numbers just sailing through. Two crackers from Nathan Murray. Pitch wanting Brendo to search up here. I don't think Brendan was overly keen on that, but just got to change the shape of this head if possible. Clear some of the front stuff out the way.
Afternoon, Easter. Yeah, good call. I think driving up here on Friday early afternoon, I'd have gone Deer Park and Ocean Grove were probably my two. Having watched the bowls I've now watched, I think these are the two deserving teams in the finals. I think the Doggies have been the most consistent here at Traralgon for sure, so they deserve it. And as mentioned earlier, the Lyrebirds have just found ways to win effectively 3 finals in a row. They lost on Friday night to the Doggies and have pretty much like been a backs against the wall for every game after that and won it. So awesome effort from the Lyrebirds crew. I think the Boroughs were unlucky. They were. The Boroughs were, I reckon, one of the most fun to watch. I really enjoyed commentating on them and watching them.
They had an awesome ride.
It went the furthest of all the new franchises.
Oh, good little lead battle on the right next door, and the pairs head change over again and again. Tony Sharon. It's just
flop down.
Fall in.
Yeah, he doesn't create more of a target.
Does. Cleans it right up.
4 now to the Lyrebirds. Big bowls to come though from Brett Marnie, the birthday boy. Where would he rather be spending his birthday? Knowing him, either in his pigeon coat or on a bowls green. So he's halfway there. Probably get home to his pigeons later.
Only searching wide here.
Where's this jack going? Oh, it locks in even
Jack
more.
locks in.
Takes
Gets one out. Thought he might have gone a bit bigger at that. Makes it very difficult now. What do you do if you Todd Trelawn looking to add? There's maybe a little bit of danger there. 2 out, 2 down to the left of screen where Vinny's standing.
Get Beige out of the way. Got him. It's more Beige than Pidge, but Pidge was easy on the show.
Yeah. That's alright. Alright, so see what the boys have come up with here. Holding a really, really good 3.
I think
don't want to draw close and build it up.
I think backhand, just try and beat the bowl out there. 4.
Okay.
Add a 4th. Or forehand and stay wide. It's going forehand. He'll want to add another though, because it's a bit of a free hit.
Yeah.
That's very wide.
Yeah, I think he's played to try and draw to that one of pitches out there and try and split that up if the jack pops, but shot gets the
They're happy with a 3 then,
there.
that tells you. They think a 3 at this stage is very good, and can't disagree.
Right, if pitch goes big here, he's got to get this front orange one pretty solid. Huge weight. He's got a pace of it.
Yeah, kills it. Good hit from pitch.
Pretty happy with that as well, hey?
Yeah, big fist pump. Big fist pump.
Big yes.
Good hit from pitch.
There was a to get that front orange in the middle. There was a chance to get a piece of what was the shot bowl into the jack, and that's exactly what he got. Again, another big save from the Dogs.
He doesn't miss a lot of drives, pitch. Hit that pretty sweet.
Yeah, no surprise sticking with this very short length. Also able to spot the jack. Finney gets a touch on the jack with his first one.
3 to the Doggies on the pairs, and Luke Hoskins only got the 1 to come. So work to do over there. They haven't been behind all game in the pairs, the Lyrebirds, so that game could be swinging in another direction.
Good response from Beige, and he's ducking across with this one. Lukey Hoskin last bowl with White next door. Trying to break up this head. Calls for the jack.
Oh, he's changed something.
Yeah, the jack pinballed around and
he's 1 down.
Yep.
So back to even on that rink next door, 7 apiece. Now into the 11th end over there. About as close as we've seen a contest so far, this.
By far, especially this sort of late into the opening few legs. Usually by now, we'll get 1 rink out of the 2, we'll sort of jump away with a little bit of a lead, but it just hasn't quite happened.
Yeah, Todd saying only just gone there.
Yeah, good chance for Brendan Umbers on his back end. Work off Page's shot bowl, back to the jack. Started by Wayne Roberts next door. Both rinks they're going the opposite direction, but both playing the exact same length and tactic with the mat back and jack right up. Nathan Murray and a piece of the jack.
Phelpsy. Probably runs a little bit too far from where he wanted to though, but cracking effort from him nonetheless.
Asking this one to get under.
Just didn't have the weight to tip up BG's
crash.
blue and red one. You having a dip at this?
No, surely
I
not.
don't, yeah, he just kind of. I mean, he does have an exaggerated backswing as he lines up, and I just misread one.
Searching to try and trail the jack, Jimmy.
Side Trewarn,
Oh,
top
big
stuff.
bowl. Moves it for at least a couple. Once again, Pidge walking back to the mat with some work to do.
Three to the lot, but Marker Andrews showing me three blue, and I'm like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah," and then she looked.
All right, Pidge looking to try and set these bowls or move the jack again. It's going to crash into Brendan Numbers. It turns at one roll.
Still through two now. Has cut one out. Has cut one out. We might have to change our dinner reservation tonight, Sam, because I don't think
we're going to be here late.
I don't think we're going to get packed up and out of here by 7:30 the way this tense affair is going.
Yeah, of course, as you mentioned, no time limit here, so they'll be playing the full 15 ends out, and then the full 12 ends in the fours as well.
Someone wants to go and eat the brisket I had my eye on for later tonight down at the pub, the Crown in Traralgon. Take our 7:30 dinner reservation. Get yourself some, I don't know, smoked pork and some barbecue rub fries or something while you're down there. Not salivating now at all.
Alright, what's Toddy looking for? Is he going to jump back over to the backhand and try and turn Vinny's on the way in? No real danger if he happens to just be on the high side as well and drift past.
If he does add a third and they hold it, this is massive for the Lyrebirds.
Don't think this is too bad. They
That's
need
all
it
I'm
to
supposed
run.
to. Yeah, he's wanting it to hurry. Just, you can see, just goes down on his haunches a bit there, Todd.
Really well pointed. Alright, I think Pidgey's too high to turn back to the shot bowls. Wasn't far off, played enough weight for it, so Lyrebirds Jimmy just skip away here, pick up a 2, go to an 11-6 lead after 10. And no surprises to see Vinny McElwain. The mat all the way back and the jack all the way up. Just worked pretty well for them. And 3 of the last 4 ends.
Trading blows the leads. Just behind the jack. Good areas for him. Craig Mills has drawn a second next door in the pairs. Luke Hoskin under the pump again. Last bowl to come there. Feels wide, doesn't it?
Yeah, the weight's actually not too bad. Just Wrestling to get back. None of the boys quite nailed it just yet. Tricky lengths to play though. Louis Hoskins got big weight on the ring next door. A few down.
Oh! He gets both bowls out of the head. He was 2 down. He stunned a few others.
And he's just rattled on and they're still 2 down, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Well, so the doggies pairing next door and now in front for the first time. Which means we're at 1 leg apiece here.
Couldn't have been away, far away getting the jack. Phelps needs to run this. Not going to.
Just over. Just corrects one and not. And then misses out on the other. He had good weight first up and not great line, and he's gone the opposite way the second one.
That was a big chance there for Brandon Umbers to just add a foot and nail on there and put Toddy under a bit of pressure for what would have been probably the first time in this game. Still 2 down, but there's room to draw.
You back one of these skips to find it out. Jack's open and drawable.
Yeah, look from that angle there, it looks tricky, but there is room with the right speed.
He had the line, didn't have the pace, as a few of them have done.
Alrighty, PG with a chance to add in. He's sailing through.
It must be hard to find, eh?
Always a bit allergic to the jack here. Only needs a small foot of weight. Is enough for shot.
He's added
Definitely
too much.
quicker.
Can he sit that though? Oh, he misses.
Alright, so
Doggies
Peach gonna wander back and
giving away back into this, I reckon, because it'll be 2, maybe 3 now.
yeah, Pidgey needs to make sure he throws this one in here. If it is 2, make it a 3rd. Still pretty much the same bowl.
He'll be annoyed as well.
I'll take one out and have a look at the second. Ooh, just
Just
a
a
1.
single.
Okay.
Shane, I don't know. I don't have the YouTube in front of me, but let me see if I can get some deleting happening or something. Yeah, we'll get onto that YouTube stuff. We missed a comment from Peter Hancock's Bromsgrove, England. It's just down the road from me, mate. Bromsgrove's just on the edge of Birmingham. Hello, Pete. Hope you're still watching, mate. If you just check the YouTube comments for the first time. Did you doubt me that I didn't know Bromsgrove was next?
No, I just wanted to see where it was. That's okay.
Great lead bowling for the pair of these. Pidge is interested in this one from Beige as well.
Good set.
Up and over his own's good. Past his own's good. Touching his own like that's good as well. Quite clearly see what Nathan Murray called Vinnie McElwain on there. We've had a jack come forward next door, mate, and they're going to measure if it's still 18 metres.
Oh, wow, I've missed that. Close. I think that's in, isn't it? It's close, though.
Yeah, Vinny's a bit frustrated because Phelps asked him to play 2-3 feet through and he went short, so... Definitely 14 metres.
Pidge being mediator next door, having a chat. Did you catch that? Is that what's happened next door?
Well, Jack's gone
It's to
forward.
how it's gone forward, though. Who's
Right.
hit? Because it's
Dunno.
bowls absolutely everywhere.
But I can see where the 21 metre mark is, and it's definitely less than 7 metres from there, isn't it? So
Yeah.
that's probably about 17 and a half metres. Anyway, back to the rink we're on. Phelps will try and do what Vinny couldn't do and just arrive through the head. Oh, I think it's live. Oh, there's a lot of confusion on the pairs next door, but try and focus on what we've got here. Is Vinny's shot is now in. Vinny's bowl, sorry, is now in full shot. After that bowl of Phelps.
Well, absolutely no idea what's going on over on the rink next door. The boys are having some sort of discussion. Okay, so I think it's a dead end. So the jack was obviously short where it needed to be. And they'll go again.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened there, but there'll be no
Bit
score,
much,
so we'll just move on. We'll find out later. Brett
Pidgey
Marnie
getting to V-Man's bowl.
gets a piece
and
of the
gets
jack.
a piece of the jack all the way through, and they hold a couple.
3, I reckon.
3, yep.
Great bowl from the birthday boy. The big moments, he plays the big shots, does Brett Marnie. 4 down, 4 to play.
Alrighty, what's Toddy got on here? Just a backhand draw, maybe? Jeez, tough shot either way. Yep, so on the backhand, needing it to
Swing a bit.
get down.
It's a tough shot, that, for Todd. He's
Isn't
got to
it?
be
He's
inch
gotta have
perfect.
The real right way to
Pidge
turn back in time.
Can now just fill up on the forehand, I think. he can just add another an easy fourth shot really without having to do too much other than just try and get close enough. Shouldn't add too much more danger out there because Todd really can't play weight with the short balls on the forehand that are in front. So Pidge just trying to draw in, get to where he's short of the jack, add a fourth.
Getting pretty excited about this, and that is why.
Behind's good as well. Doesn't miss,
an
yeah.
absolute bonus.
He hasn't changed anything really. It's a very good 4 now. They hold the Dogs. It's all just starting to turn the Doggies' way across the 2 rinks.
Snuck ahead at the other rink and
could go level.
To tie it up.
It's a tighter line from Todd
Definitely
Trawan.
tied up.
He needs to find a way through this.
Yeah. Play tighter and corrected on the speed.
We are all level in this one. Massive 4 for the Doggies.
Sort of out of nowhere as well, really. First look they've had to make an umbrella match and they make it count. Big bowl by Pidge, wasn't it, to change it up.
Biggest score of the match. And the Doggies are level in these triples. They've got their noses or their snouts or whatever you call the dog's nose in front. Oh, you're going to have some fun, mate.
3 to go. Still sticking with your tip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who am I going for again? I'll go for the Lyrebirds?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty handy from Vinny, just in behind.
Doggies also holding 1. A few skips balls to come in the pairs.
Pidge right behind.
Good stuff from the Doggies lead. Well cast from Vinny.
Yeah, I think he just needs to settle to get down. Rink next door, the boys have replayed that in as we said, and Wayne Roberts holding it good at 1. Still a few to come. Numbers short of the jack. I mean,
that's another.
Pidge hasn't really given it a lot away there, has he?
He called him to get in between, or just outdraw Vinny's 2 at the back. So he's a couple of feet short of what he actually wanted to do.
3 foot short of where that needs to be.
That's well cast from Nathan Murray here as well. All on his speed now, Sam. All on his speed. Can he start ducking down to that back bowl?
Oh,
great effort.
Flops in behind, probably makes it even a little bit harder now as well.
Great effort.
You can see exactly where Pidge wants this one from Brendan Numbers. Sneaking in behind to match up the Lyrebirds bowls, but missing the line. Wasn't far off with his last Nathan Murray, just trying to draw this off.
Yeah, the smallest of corrections. He's started off okay again here. Oh, look at that, just start to rip on him. He had taken that 2 or 3 feet weight off. We've got to pick it back up here. The Lyrebirds triples rink. Still one of the doggies next door. Last bowl to come from Luke Hoskin in the pairs. Might have got the singles and fours coming up after this. Pidge doing his own commentary
Do you
here.
think Pidge wants it to get to the jack? He does, and he's done well.
That's what the
Puts a
Lyrebirds
little
needed
bit
to do.
Of a light on for Todd to... You reckon he'll hit this?
I can see why that would be an option. I think he's...
But?
Yeah, but if he misses, it's going to go dark pretty quick for him. The reason I think it's more of an option than not is because it's tough swing away at this green.
Yep.
I think it's big or nothing. Depends, yeah, he's going big.
Oh, that's as big as he goes. It'll be fairly quick. Got it away well. Contact.
Cross. Plays
Okay,
one out.
it's a 2 down. It actually gave one of Nathan Murray's bowls has got right back. That one you can see there and stayed in. It now gives Traralgon the 4 backest bowls.
I need to see the lineup of the jack from the back camera to where it goes.
Whether it's
Out or
getting
back.
past Peaches or actually staying in.
Craigmell skipping from next door. It was one next door to the doggies, so lead extended the pairs to 10-7. Well, Jack's going out of bounds, I reckon, Sam.
Yep.
If Todd does smash it.
Pitchy's not going to take any risk though.
Where's the risk for... There's no real risk, I don't think, for Todd. I think he'll
Jack
go again.
gets out of here.
I think, no, he has to go again. Because there's no risk of him drilling.
Oh, there's no
his
risk
one
of
out
Todd, sorry. Yeah, yeah.
there. They've got 3/3.
Go big, says Nathan Murray. Yep.
No, he never said, how big do you want to go? Because he's saying, do you want me to try and get it to stay in?
Yeah, Nathan Murray said go big in response, so we're saying something similar.
I don't think he did some. He said, how big?
No, Todd said how big, and Nathan
Nah.
said go big, don't you reckon?
No. Todd
No?
said, do you want me to get this to try and stay in? And Phelpsy went, how big? And he said, well, enough for it to stay in.
Okay.
Trust me, mate.
All right.
You're just a new buck on this commentary desk.
Oh, okay.
I'm the old steer
Wow.
who's been around a while. I know what's going on. I think there was once in the very early days I was wrong. That was a while ago.
Once.
Matt, we'll go the singles next, mate. It's just a much easier game to stream than any fours. Just bodies in the way and all that. But they'll be on the rinks next door to one another, so we will keep you pretty much updated with the fours. And of course, singles finishes before, we'll get the cameras over to the fours to finish, which has tended to happen. Singles has tended to finish before the fours.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
one
or
would
more often than
expect.
not, yep.
So we'll bring you all the drama that's coming up in the next few hours as we reschedule our dinner plans. It's gone quiet. So.
Don't really want to say it, but I think you are right, Jimmy.
He likes it. He doesn't have a lot to give there. Didn't turn a lot for him. He looked good. So they're in front now, the doggies. That's 1, 4 and a 2 they've picked up in the last 3 ends. So with an up and back left to go, they lead both legs. First time I've had the lead in a while. Maybe, G. Maybe. I'm getting cranky because my boss, who was supposed to tag me in, tagged me out 45 minutes ago.
Can we get a close-up on that?
Sitting there enjoying himself on the far side of the green. I keep looking over like, what are you doing?
With all his mates once again.
You can start the singles off with you, Sammy.
Alrighty.
And I might just go over for a wonder myself. Right, this is it then for the Lyrebirds. Holding. Vinny needs to add another air, Sam, and turn the pressure around that they were so good at doing earlier in this game.
Yeah, they had plenty of chances to... They almost broke right away there, didn't they?
Yep.
On those real short ends, picked up a 3 and a 2 and...
The ball, Vinny.
Sort of wrestled the momentum right back.
I think it just shows the experience in this doggies ring. See, Pidge has been around
Yeah.
for many a year. There he is, the big boss. Brendan Numbers as well, played at a high level for a long time. Poor Tone.
They're the Giants. Pidge, pretty interested. Be good if he was interested and out the way so we could see it.
Yeah, shot from
Done pretty well.
Brendan.
Good
Grabs
ball.
the shot. Didn't need us to commentate that. Pidge was doing it all for us. Needs to bring one of Vinny's forward, Phelps, or sit the last ball out. He's going to do the first option.
Jack Hyde did well.
Makes a couple. Brendan quick off the mat as well. Good areas again, Sammy.
Pretty interested, aren't they? No holes.
Oh, gets
And a
half
piece
the
of the
bowl.
jack. Good ball.
He's playing very well, is Brendan Numbers. Phelps, he needs to go with him here.
Okay, so like he might have made a few more than that, but just the one, Todd reckons. Lukey Hoskin on the read next door.
He's made a shot. He could have made a decent number, but he hasn't gone quite right for him.
Nearly sat the ball all the way through for nearly 3, but they grab one.
That'll stop the run of 4 in a row that the doggies had in that pairs game. So 10-8, 2 to play over there. It's getting incredibly close. As are these doggies players to the cameras. As Phelps clears that for shot.
Dead through it.
He's drawn it. Big fist pump, loads of applause from the crowd. Everyone can feel how close this is. You don't want to lose 2 legs in this, do you?
No, still, I don't think we've seen it really, have we, over the last 3 weeks? Been 6-0 down and the team's lost from that situation. Like, got to at least win one of these 2 rings.
Oh, Pidge is interested.
Yeah,
So
well, any contact on Brendan's front bowl here is good enough. He needs to get up there.
piece of that.
Oh, a bit of a slide. Little fortunate.
You can see some frustration in the faces of Vinny and Nathan.
Yeah, well, not just players as well, supporters who were getting behind Traralgon behind the rink.
Go away, Pidge.
Yeah.
Can't honestly tell you which way these 2 rinks are going to go.
No idea. We're literally on N14, still not any closer to finding out who's going to pick up the 3 points. Alrighty, just a backhand draw. Needs to bend hard now.
Oh, it's so close.
Yeah, it's
So
gave
close.
it a good chance to bend back and get back to the jack. I think it's forehand. There's angles to work off here. He doesn't want to go backhand and give Todd anything to work off all hand. So already played a good one here. Not any real danger at all if he plays the right speed. Pidgey, what's he got? Can he add to the count? Make it really hard for the Yarra Dogs. Not far away. Needs the right sort of contact. In off Phelps' bowl will do it.
He's
I'd say that's well played.
he's very well warmed up now, his Pidge. He's starting to make a difference in this game. He's probably the most accredited player on the rink, and he's showing that now. So Todd has got to make something happen. It's not a bad shout from Phelps. It's probably where my brain was going. Belly through the orange, and you
Tough shot.
You've got a chance of removing both of Pidgey's bowls, really, but it's only a one bowl target for the drive, if makes sense.
He's not far off with his last on the back end draw, but it is sort of a dead draw. That's about all there is, isn't there? Yeah, Pidgey's really fired up, getting across, giving high fives on the ring next door as well. Yeah, tricky. He has to get the right contact if he's going to search up on the forehand. He's got to get the right contact to that orange bowl, otherwise nothing's going to change.
Having a first look at it,
Yeah.
And again, as the Lyrebirds have done, every time we've watched them play, every player has an input into this. They're having a good look, trying to work out what's happening. Probably with a keen eye on next door as Luke Hoskin plays a big bowl.
Oh,
See a massive fist pump from Matty Ferrari
smothers
there.
the jack. He is pumped. That's Matty sitting behind it as well, so
Coupled to the Lyrebirds next door in the pairs.
very, very good two shots, mind you. Back and side touch up. The boys still having a conference here.
They still haven't picked what shot he's going to play. Timeout sponsored by who?
I don't know, someone. We'll think of someone. Good land.
Yeah. Timeout sponsored by Goodland Brewery.
Alright.
He's definitely aiming for that orange ball in front of the head of Nathan
that's
Morris.
ideal result. Try and get pitches one, then through the jack and out to the side for it.
Bit of movement next door from Craig Mills,
yeah.
but Luke Hoskin and Matty Ferrari still hold a couple. There's a few more bowls to come there, though. I think Luke's got one.
Shape up
Two.
forehand, big weight. So he's going to
Yeah.
try and get the orange through pitches for a kill. The best result, I think.
How have you gone, Todd Trewarn? How have you gone?
Wide,
Just high.
still at
Close your
angles.
eyes out.
Oh, ricochets across the head.
3.
Yeah, so
He did add another for the doggies. What a
Brendo's
finish
other
this
one
has
did
been
count
from
the
them.
whole time.
So they lead by 5 going into the last end. Wow, what a turnaround. They have scored
Big run.
10 shots in the last 4 ends to go from 11-6 down to 16-11 in front, the doggies, in this triples rink. Amazing turnaround. So if you're of the Lyrebirds persuasion, you got to be crossing your fingers at Lukey Hoskin and Matty Ferrari in the pairs. Currently holding 2. Can keep them or add more and get the job done to even us up going in the singles and 4s. B.J. Anderson with a cracking lead shot there.
Yeah, straight away that makes it tricky for the Lyrebirds crew. I think Vinny's done
fair
pretty
reply
well
from
as
Vin.
well. Yep.
Absolutely nestles on the side of the jack. Good stuff from Vinny McElwain. Right when the Lyrebirds needed him most. Try and keep you updated with next door. I think Luke has drawn short. Or Big Kanu and say he's playing a blocker.
Definite blocker, yep.
Just because we like him, he's a good fella.
Yeah, absolutely. Craig Mills still with a couple. You still got 2 to come?
Yeah, so it means Luke must have 1 more.
Yep.
Just can't see it. It's definitely slowing down this game.
Yeah, Beach done well at finishing behind there.
Good second bowl as well from Vinny. It's probably where the jack's going to go to that side.
Craig Mills on the forehand. He's pretty close here.
Oh, he sat one of Luke Hoskins out the head. I still think it's one.
It went from a fist in the air to a hand on the head. Good shot. So maybe a small chance here. Brendo's only finishing jack high. Phelpsy can't cross the head here in this. Making it a little bit harder.
They've got, no matter what happens, they've got to get as close as they can in this triples rink.
Yeah, even
A 2 or a 3 could be huge in the context of how tight this finals is.
yeah, you feel like shots could come into it at some point, hey? Especially if Lyrebirds crew can pick up some sort of rink points on the rink next door.
Trying to follow Luke's last bowl in.
It's pretty handy the way the head's set up. It's got to be a real good shot to add to the count. So Craig Mills 1 to come, 1 down, we reckon.
Yeah, he doesn't add Luke Hoskin with his last. So marker indicating it's still one of the Lyrebirds. As Phelps is having a look at this.
Got contact.
Oh, wow. He was trying to kill it, I think,
Well,
to start again.
Still hold 1 and possibly makes it a little trickier to kill as well.
Still
Only
here,
got
Lyrebirds.
only got a bare jack to hit now. See what pitch can come up with, looking to just draw as close as possible. Doesn't want to give it target for Toddy to hit that to kill this as well. Oh, pretty close. Maybe just going past. So this is where it becomes interesting. Do they still try and play for a rink point and kill this and try and restart, or by holding 1 do they draw in and just try and cut this shot margin back as much as possible, given the fact that Matty and Lukey Hoskin, I think, have picked up a shot there. I've called the umpire though, I think.
Umpire for a measure next door.
Yeah, yep.
He's asked Luke what he thinks he should do as well. Go for the kill or try and cut it down, or add, well, not cut it down, cut the margin down, so add as many as they can this end in terms of shots for the Lyrebirds. Don't quite know what he's decided to do. What is interesting is Craig Mills next door has spotted the jack, so he's confident
Yeah,
they're holding.
okay. Yeah, they had a good look before he played his last one. He didn't look to have tried too hard to get anywhere near the head. He's looking to draw in another here.
Can
But
it
he's
rip and
already
rip
shot.
and rip and hurry?
Got to get under this
Inside.
yellow.
Umpire still on the green. As you can see, the top
Yeah, that's
of
an
the screen.
important measure, isn't it?
Good umpires, Ian Wilson. Gives it to the doggies. Wow,
That was
11-8 they
that was a
lead.
huge bowl then by Craig Mills with his second one. They were 2 down and he's punched Lukey Hoskins' bowl through and hang around for shot. Pidgey getting after this.
Trial for 3 for Pidgey.
We'll let him call it.
Not going to reach.
Oh, and it's landed dead on the centre line, which makes it a lot harder for Todd to kill.
I don't think he's going for the
Nah,
kill
he's just
anyway.
going to try and beat this yellow here and draw in for a second.
To switch him over to the forehand.
Yeah, beating Brendo's bowl out here on the side. The boys will shake hands. It's kind of like weight, so I think it'll be one to
One of the Lyrebirds.
The Lyrebirds, yep.
It's a 16-12 finish. What a great game, but what a final third from the doggies' rink.
Ends 11 to 14. They turned it right on.
10 shots in the 4 ends. Completely flipped this one on the head. Secured the 3 points for themselves. So that one will be a win for them, and will bring you the end of this pairs game. It's happening next door. So
Yeah, last end.
11-8 the way the doggies. They can go into a 6-0 lead. We haven't seen anyone yet across all VBL action lose from being 6-0 in front from the first 2 legs.
It's always time for a first. Makes it hard when Wayne Roberts is drawing good shots like that.
Jack is next to the yellow.
It's sort of hidden away there. The Jack's just about a ball in front of the Jack, in front of Jack High.
Wander the doggies. You can see Patruin just indicating behind.
Hank's pretty good here. I think Jimmy contact on his own.
Yeah, makes a couple for himself now. Need a big bowl from Matty Ferrari.
They need Matty to change this one up. I think he's too
Hoskins
far away
interested.
based off the reaction.
Grabs a shot. One of the Lyrebirds now. Just go have a look where that Jack is, Sam.
Oh, I've got no idea.
Just go run it now.
Oh, okay.
Where is he?
It's on the other side of the Hank's bowl, so
Locked it.
facing up, he's on the other side of where the camera is.
Yeah, okay.
That's where the Jack is.
So that
So,
last yellow
yeah,
bowl
last
is
Matty
shot.
one is the shot. It's gone dead quiet. Hillsy in the area here to sit this last one out.
Oh,
And
gets
tails
the
by
Jack.
Jack.
What a shot
Thank you
from
very
Craig
much.
Mills.
It's going to make it
Makes it
rather
a couple.
tricky. Alright, so the Traralgon crew need at least a 3 for a 8 rink point. Looking for contact on Matty's, doesn't get it.
Good home though
Wins
for
the
Luke
back
Hoskin.
one though, so
Probably
not
got-
all lost just yet.
Got a few seconds now. The Lyrebirds. Give himself a possible option of extricating a bowl. I shot one of Craig Mills for Luke Hoskin, but Mills, he's still got a couple of balls to come as well. I'm sure we'll get at least one of them in there as well.
Millsy, is he good again?
Nudges
Contact on Matties. Does it give them a few seconds there, Jimmy, or not? The other question is, we can't see from here, is there even an angle to get the shot ball out?
I'm confident that they've got the next 4 seconds.
Okay.
So they've got to find a way of getting rid of that ball.
I don't know if there's a clean road just to rip it straight out. I think it's got to be controlled weight and just landing it through more than anything. The forehand.
You'll know, because he gets up and about, Luke. I think he's just trying to add here. Another one.
So the second one past the jack and another second shot.
So I think if Millsy doesn't add here, the Lyrebirds will have an option to extricate a bowl to possibly tie this leg or win it for them. Sam's going to do some investigative journalism to see if that is the case. You can see Wayne sort of trying to draw out where a good blocker might be. Sam's back. What do you know, Sam?
Alright, well I know there's ports on both hands. On the forehand that Lukey's been playing to trail the jack back to his own for 3.
That's not what he needs though.
No, I know there's also a chance between Craig's front one and the white ones of Hanks to clip the bowl out on the backhand out towards us as well without getting the jack and win the game.
All depends on what Millsy does here though, eh?
So Millsy's got to draw as close as possible. And that's where that port was, to trail the jack, and I'm not... I mean, it's so... Based on what I saw before, it stops that bowl getting clipped out. I wonder if...
I reckon that's on an angle.
He'll still play the forehand and trail the jack for 3 to square the rink. Or even if he slices, he gets sort of half the jack out to where Lukey's standing, he might bring in the yellows and Matty Ferraris. You can see there's that angle on the back end as well to remove shot bowls, but I wonder if it's easier just to get up on the forehand. Lukey's already played 2 really good ones there with good speed to move the jack. Any contact will be enough. Lukey's just got to play whatever he's confident with here. He's already played 2 really good ones on the forehand, and I think that's what he's going to go with. He's got a clean run of the jack on the forehand there.
Oh, this is massive.
See what happens. If he gets it all the way through, he's 3. If he gets it slightly sideways, he might even bring in some more. Well, that's more weight than less.
Doesn't like it.
No.
Misses.
I think he probably just overplayed it a fraction, but had to give it a chance, so...
A couple of the doggies here, I think. Gonna measure anyway. So at minimum, the doggies will hold a 7-8 shot lead, as well as a 6-0. Be a 9 shot lead, as well as a 6-0 advantage for them. Terrific play in the end by... We had our ends wrong, so it wasn't that the last end.
That was last end, yep.
So they'll win by 4 on each rink, 8 shots, as well as now 6-0 in front. No, it was 2. Sorry, it's 9 shots. It's my bad. So interesting. Join us in about 10 minutes time. We'll come back with the singles and the fours. We now know that the Lyrebirds will have to win both and find at least 9 shots to take us to a penalty shootout, or 10 to win us the game. Join us in about 10 minutes for some singles action. Take care.
The Traralgon Bowls Club. Amazing food for you and your family. Function rooms for celebrating with your friends. Corporate spaces for meetings and conferences. With special benefits for members, visit us today at the Traralgon Bowls Club. More than just a bowls club.